So this morning I am getting the kitchen cleaned up and I am going to make some homemade toothpaste. I have actually never made my own toothpaste before, so this is going to be interesting to say the least, but I'm going to give it a try. I am doing 2-ingredient toothpaste, well, technically 3-ingredient, but I found a recipe that I thought was interesting. I'm going to tweak it a little bit. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you that close here. I am literally cleaning up, moving things out of the way, getting things kind of organized a little bit as I wait for water to heat up on the stove, because I am going to take coconut oil, put it in this bowl, put this bowl inside the water, so that way it melts the coconut oil without burning it. If I put it on a pan, just right on the burner. I'm going to add some baking soda and some clove oil. So let's go ahead and wait for this to get going, and I'll finish cleaning up and we'll go from there. Okay, so the water is getting warm. As you can see, it's formed little bubbles. It's not quite boiling. I don't want it to be boiling, because as I'm about to set this in, if it's boiling, it could spurt out over the sides, and obviously we don't want that. So I scooped just some coconut oil out of the giant container that I have, and I'm going to melt it on here, and my goal is to get 3 tablespoons. If I have extra, that's okay, because I am going to be using some for making lipstick into lip balm. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that today, but even if I don't, once it's melted down, I can just pour it right back into the container, because I'm going to scoop it out of here into what I need. So all right, let's put it in. All right, so now we just gotta let this melt, which is gonna take a few minutes. It's just starting to melt. It's only been in here for, I don't know, however long it took me to lower my camera into position, so maybe 30 seconds, and it's already starting to melt. So I'm gonna definitely wanna keep an eye on it. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough. So I'm actually going to add a little bit more real quick. And I love coconut oil because whatever's left on my fingers, I'm just going to rub into my hands like a hand lotion, rub it on my lips, anywhere that I might be dry right now. With it being winter, I definitely want to take advantage of any kind of moisture. So rather than just wash it off or wipe it off, I am rubbing it into my hands right now, focusing on my cuticles. And I'm actually going to take a little bit. I'm just wiping my finger along what's left on the spoon. I'm going to rub some on my lips as like a chapstick. And it's something that tastes good to lick your lips with. All right, it's definitely starting to liquefy, which is great. Let's let it keep going. Rubbing a little bit more into my hands, actually. You can hear me rubbing my hands, focusing on the cuticles. It feels amazing. My hands have that healthy shine to them now. All right, we're about half melted. So some hard chunks in here that I can't quite cut through. I'm not going to force it because I don't want to be splashing coconut oil up everywhere. And I am reducing this to a liquid over medium heat, maybe just below medium. I don't want the water to boil in any way beneath it. I just want it to be warm enough to melt it. Now, if I were doing the tinted lip balm, which you'll see in another video, you would reduce it very similar to this, and then you would directly add the lipstick to it. Like I said, depending on how much extra I have, I might just go ahead and, since it's warm, grab a couple of my old lipsticks that I wanted to turn into a lip balm and toss them right in here now. Well, not now, but after I'm done making my toothpaste, and just get it done, rather than cleaning the dishes and then getting them all out again tomorrow when I already have it melted down. And every time I go ahead and do that, I just go ahead and keep rubbing it into my hands. Some dry spots I know on my face, and then I'll go ahead and wash my hands. After I touch my face, rub it on my scar. Quick rinse my hands, just since I was touching my face and everything, my scar. All right, it's almost all melted. All right, I'm going to grab the baking soda. And I'm going to grab a bigger bowl. So what I'm going to do is I have, right here, I have 6 tablespoons of baking soda. Okay, so all I did was pick you guys up. I have the baking soda in here. I'm going to grab my tablespoon measure. Okay, so now that I got my tablespoon measure, I'm going to come in here. Oh, it's not going to quite work like that, so I'm going to have to tilt it, even though I didn't want to do that. I measure out. It's a little shy, just because of the way I have to do this. Ooh. So I am going to do 3, and then I'm going to do like half of another one. Just to try to make sure I have enough. Let me set this there. And then I'm going to just go ahead and mix it together. And then I'm going to grab my clove oil. I'm not sure how much clove oil I'm going to need. Various recipes have said 10 drops, some have said 30. So let me grab that real quick, but I have it mixed into a nice paste. Okay, this is the clove oil that I have. It came with a dropper as well, but this has this style dropper. I forgot the term for that style, but it has this. I will post a link to all of the stuff that I am using here that is available on Amazon, just in case you decide you need to add any of this to your kitchen or your staples. So one, oops, it's not coming out. Oh, maybe I need to poke a hole in it. It's that new. Look at that. All right, I got it ready to go. 1, 2, it's about 10. They started coming out faster. I was going to count them aloud, but oh, I had to smell that. This smells so good. Oh, pardon the shaking sound of my teapot here. I'm sure as it cools, the consistency will change a little bit, but I don't mind that consistency. And I'm actually going to put it right into a container. The container that I'm using is just a cleaned dry yeast container. I didn't bother taking the outside label off. I really don't care. It's just a container. I don't mind what label is on it. It's going to go directly into the bathroom. And I have these little spatulas that I'm going to have with this, so that way we don't dip our toothbrushes directly into it, but rather we scoop it out, so that way no bacteria can get in here and it stays as clean as possible. What I'm going to do now is just scoop it right on into here. And I'm glad I didn't put 30 drops of clove oil in here, because judging by the smell, it'll probably be able to be tolerated by my kids. They don't like minty toothpaste. So I said, you know what, let's go ahead and make our own. So I just scooped it right on in here. I'm probably going to make a little bit more right now. I've got extra coconut oil here, which I'm actually going to turn down for a second. So I'm probably going to grab some more, or I am going to grab some more baking soda, make another batch to go ahead and put in here, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished putting everything up here in the top. I ended up dumping out what was in here into the bowl, doubling the batch, so that way it has a uniform flavor. I did add another bit of clove to it, so it has probably 20 to 25 drops of cloves in with 6 tablespoons of melted coconut oil and 12 tablespoons of baking soda. And I just used basic baking soda. I just used basic coconut oil. I didn't do specific brands. However, I did get them on Amazon. So like I said, I will drop the links down there. And then I love this amber jar. So like I said, I reused that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and wipe off the edges. Put the lid on. And there's toothpaste. I'm going to go put that in the bathroom, and me and the kids will try that later this afternoon. I actually have a little bit on my fingers, so I might go put that on my toothbrush and just give it a try, just to see what it feels like. I am happy to say that I like it. It's kind of like a salty clove. But what do you expect when you're using baking soda? Coconut oil, which wasn't overpowering and didn't leave like a weird feeling in your mouth. But by using it in toothpaste, it kind of gives you some of the benefits of oil pulling without actually oil pulling, which I know it's not oil pulling, but anyways. And the clove oil, I like it.